The cell phone buzzed at 12:17. I was halfway through pouring myself a second glass of vino. Solitary, of course, when her name illuminated the screen. Emma's mother. Unusual. They were presumed to be in slumber. I answered. Her voice came through taut and trembling, barely above a whisper. "Come collect your daughter right now." The glass slipped from my grasp. It didn't shatter, just spilled crimson on marble. I asked what had occurred. She didn't reply, merely reiterated herself. "Please, just come." By the time I drove up to their quiet lane, something inside me had already turned frigid. The porch lamp was off. She stood outside in a robe, arms wrapped around herself, eyes wide. She grabbed my arm the second I stepped out of the car, fingernails digging. "Please, just take a look inside." Her voice cracked. I hesitated, then stepped through the doorway and froze. Not because of what I observed, but because of whom I observed. My daughter was asleep, on the sofa curled up in a throw, but it wasn't her presence that affected me. It was his sitting there shirtless. My husband, Lucas. He looked up, eyes wide, like a cornered beast. She, the mother, stood behind me, quivering, not weeping, just disintegrating. "I didn't know," she whispered. "I swear," I thought. He said he was separated, that his daughter. My daughter stirred slightly. The throw slipped, revealing her small hand clutching her stuffed rabbit, unaware. And me, I didn't utter a word, didn't scream. I watched him stand slowly. Suddenly aware of how exposed his untruths were, he reached for a shirt, muttering something, an excuse perhaps. I didn't hear it. All I heard was my own pulse pounding like a drum against my skull. How effortlessly he'd made us vanish. How comfortably he sat in another woman's residence. As if my daughter wasn't 2 rooms away, as if I hadn't devoted the prime years of my existence to him. He called my name. Once, I didn't respond, just turned to the mother and stated, "She stays with me forever." Then walked out, my daughter in my arms. The following day, I smiled through morning meal, cut her pancakes into star-like shapes, kissed her forehead. He sent digital messages, then telephoned. I didn't answer. I waited until she was at school, then opened the file I'd been keeping. In the drawer, beneath the coffee mugs, phone records, bank statements, locations, a quiet collection of partial truths. That I disregarded. But now I wasn't disregarding, I was hunting. One by one, I revisited every deception, every Thursday meeting, every Sunday business excursion. Emma's mother wasn't the first. There were 3 others. Different names, different urban centers. He had a second phone, hidden in the garage, taped behind a tool chest. Its passcode was unlocked in under 5 minutes. Photos, messages, some were weeks, old, others years. One dated 6 months ago. A picture of him with another small girl. She resembled my daughter. I didn't cry, didn't rage. Instead, I copied everything. I didn't inform him. I wished him to walk into the trap willingly. We met for coffee, a neutral place. He appeared relieved. To see me, he wore the same smile he used when he believed he could still offer me serenity. "I've missed you," he uttered. I slid the file across, the table remaining mute. He opened it, smirking, until his smirk vanished. His jaw clenched, then loosened. "This isn't accurate." I interrupted, my voice devoid of emotion. He looked at me as if a stranger had taken my place. Perhaps one had. He attempted to explain, but every word fell into the silence I refused to fill. He knew, I knew, and now there was nothing left to hide about. I stood, looked him directly in the eye. "You brought a child into her residence," I stated, "and you told mine. She was having a sleepover." He spoke my name softly, desperately. I walked away. 3 days later, I placed the envelope on his legal advisor's desk. No threats, no demands. Just proof, a full custody request with every document laid bare, every betrayal recorded. The other women had signed statements. So had Emma's mother. I hadn't asked them to speak. I'd only informed them of the truth. Sometimes truth suffices to destroy a foundation. When the notice was served, he telephoned, constantly, begged, bargained. I let the phone ring until his voice broke on voicemail. Then I sent him one photograph, our daughter, smiling secure. Beneath it, I typed only 2 words. She knows. It wasn't true. Not yet, but one day. It would be, and that truth would bury him deeper than any courtroom ever could. I still pass by that house sometimes. Emma's mother moved away. I can't blame her. Sometimes. I wonder if he still sits in empty rooms awaiting someone to absolve what cannot be undone. I don't. Forgiveness is for the unwary. And I ceased being that a long time ago. Asked once if her father was returning. I told her the truth, not the part that truly mattered, and she nodded. Just nodded. I looked out the window, quiet still, then closed it for good.